The following program is made possible by the Arkansas dealers of Heil Heating and Cooling Products. Find an Arkansas dealer near you when you need help. Depend on us.
The sun is coming up over the Ozark crest. Grab your rod and reel, boys, forget about the rest. Tie top water on, set the hook into the weight. We're catching big limits in the natural state.
Late August is closing out with textbook late summer patterns across Arkansas. With high humidity and afternoon air temperatures holding steady in the upper 80s, productive angling comes down to timing the falling water windows on tailwaters and attacking deep main lake structure during low-light transitions. Today, we're breaking down evening streamer and midge tactics on the White River, deep ledge jig dragging on Lake Ouachita, and navigation alerts paired with channel cover patterns on Lake Maumelle. Let's get straight to the numbers. First, your weekly compliance check. The 2026 AGFC regulation overhaul remains in full effect statewide. On the Bull Shoals and Norfork tailwaters down to the Norfork Access, anglers are held to a strict 2 rainbow trout daily limit, with an immediate release required for any trout 14 inches or longer. In addition, 10 designated state streams, including key stretches of the White, Buffalo, and Kings Rivers, are operating under Blue Ribbon Smallmouth rules, strictly 1 fish per day, with a 15-inch minimum length limit. Keep your green-bordered guidebook on the console. Up on the White River around Cotter and Buffalo City, water generation is following an early morning drop and heavy afternoon push. The prime bite continues to happen at first light as water falls from the previous evening's release. During morning low-flow windows, work the plunge pools below shoals and the edges of moss beds using size 14 to 18 pheasant tail soft hackles, guide's choice hare's ears, or ruby midges under an indicator. As generation ramps up in the mid-afternoon, switch over to heavy sinking lines and cast articulated double deceiver or flatliner streamers in olive and white tight to timber lines for predatory browns. Conventional anglers will find consistent action drifting quarter-ounce marabou jigs in olive orange or twitching silver rapala countdowns across current seams. Down south on Lake Ouachita, surface temperatures are locked around 88 degrees. The early morning topwater flurry on secondary points remains short and fast, making deep structure the primary target for daytime quality. Black bass have pulled onto offshore humps, rock ledges, and deep brush piles in 18 to 25 feet of water. Drag 3/4-ounce football jigs in peanut butter and jelly or green pumpkin, or drop-shot straight-tail finesse worms directly through the canopy of sunken brush. Walleye are holding along deep channel breaks in 22 feet. Drift bottom bouncers rigged with live night crawlers along clean gravel transitions. For stripers, look for bait balls schooling over 30-foot flats and troll deep-diving crankbaits or drop live shad. In central Arkansas, Lake Maumelle remains severely drawn down at more than 8 feet below normal pool. Launch with extreme caution at West Rock Landing and keep 4-wheel drive engaged on the ramps. Maumelle bass are active during the first 90 minutes of daylight in 2 to 8 feet of water on walking topwaters and white buzzbaits before retreating to main lake points in 12 to 18 feet, where they are taking finesse shaky heads and Carolina-rigged plastics. Crappie are stacked tightly over channel brush at 17 to 20 feet. Vertical jig them with live minnows or small micro jigs under slip corks. Bream are bedded around isolated wood and brush in 6 to 12 feet, biting aggressively on crickets and redworms. Stay safe around the ramps, watch your generation schedules, and let's put some fish in the boat. Tight lines.
The sun is coming up over the Ozark crest. Grab your rod and reel, boys, forget about the rest. Tie top water on, set the hook into the weight. We're catching big limits in the natural